Welcome back. Episode 13 of 15 continues our AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner, CLF-C02, practice playlist with questions 121 through 130. Let's get straight into the next set. Question 121. A company needs to plan, schedule, and run hundreds of thousands of computing jobs on AWS. Which AWS service can the company use to meet this requirement? Option A, AWS Step Functions. Option B, AWS Service Catalog. Option C, Amazon Simple Queue Service, Amazon SQS. Option D, AWS Batch. The correct answer is D, AWS Batch. Explanation. AWS Batch dynamically provisions and scales the optimal compute resources to process large volumes of batch jobs efficiently. Why not Option A? AWS Step Functions coordinates serverless workflows, not optimized for high-volume compute job scheduling. Why not Option B? AWS Service Catalog manages approved resource portfolios, not job execution. Why not Option C? Amazon SQS queues messages, but does not provision or run compute resources. Question 122. Which AWS services or features provide high availability and low latency by enabling failover across different AWS regions? Choose 2. Option A, Amazon Route 53. Option B, Network Load Balancer. Option C, Amazon S3 Transfer Acceleration. Option D, AWS Global Accelerator. Option E, Application Load Balancer. The correct answers are A and D. Option A, Amazon Route 53. Option D, AWS Global Accelerator. Explanation. Route 53 supports DNS-level health checks and failover across regions, and Global Accelerator routes traffic to optimal endpoints globally. Amazon. Why not Option B? Network Load Balancer distributes traffic within a single region. Why not Option C? S3 Transfer Acceleration speeds data uploads, not cross-region failover. Why not Option E? Application Load Balancer provides Layer 7 load balancing within a region. Question 123. Which of the following is a way to use Amazon EC2 auto-scaling groups to scale capacity in the AWS cloud? Option A. Scale the number of EC2 instances in or out automatically based on demand. Option B. Use serverless EC2 instances. Option C. Scale the size of EC2 instances up or down automatically based on demand. Option D. Transfer unused CPU resources between EC2 instances. The correct answer is A. Scale the number of EC2 instances in or out automatically based on demand. Explanation. Auto-scaling groups adjust instance counts to match application load dynamically. Amazon. Why not Option B? Use serverless EC2 instances. EC2 is never serverless. Why not Option C? Scale the size of EC2 instances up or down automatically. Instance types can't change on the fly. Why not Option D? Transfer unused CPU resources between EC2 instances. Not a supported feature. Question 124. Which AWS service or feature allows a user to establish a dedicated network connection between a company's on-premises data center and the AWS cloud? Option A, AWS Direct Connect. Option B, VPC pairing. Option C, AWS VPN. Option D, Amazon Route 53. The correct answer is A. AWS Direct Connect. Explanation. Direct Connect provides a private, high-bandwidth network link between on-premises and AWS Amazon. Why not option B? VPC pairing connects two VPCs not on-premises. Why not option C? AWS VPN uses the public internet, not a dedicated connection. Why not option D? Amazon Route 53 DNS service, not network connectivity. Question 125. Which abilities are benefits of the AWS cloud? Choose 2. Option A. Trade variable expenses for capital expenses. Option B. Deploy globally in minutes. Option C. Plan capacity in advance of deployments. Option D. Take advantage of economies of scale. Option E. Reduce dependencies on network connectivity. The correct answers are B and D. Option B. Deploy globally in minutes. Option D. Take advantage of economies of scale. Explanation. AWS lets you spin up resources in any region quickly and leverages massive infrastructure to lower per-unit costs Amazon. Why not option A? Trade variable expenses for capital expenses. It's the reverse. AWS shifts capital expenses to variable OpEx. Why not option C? Plan capacity in advance of deployments. AWS enables on-demand provisioning, reducing upfront planning. Why not option E? Reduce dependencies on network connectivity. You still require reliable network access. Question 126. Which AWS security service protects applications from distributed denial of service attacks with always-on detection and automatic inline mitigations? Option A. Amazon Inspector. Option B. AWS Web Application Firewall AWS WAF. Option C. Elastic Load Balancing ELB. Option D. AWS Shield. The correct answer is D. AWS Shield. Explanation. AWS Shield provides continuous, network-level DDoS protection with built-in mitigation Amazon. Why not option A? Amazon Inspector performs vulnerability assessments, not DDoS protection. Why not option B? AWS WAF blocks application layer threats, not network-level DDoS. Why not option C? ELB distributes traffic but does not mitigate DDoS. Question 127. Which AWS service allows users to model and provision AWS resources using common programming languages? Option A. AWS CloudFormation. Option B. AWS Code Pipeline. Option C. AWS Cloud Development Kit AWS CDK. Option D. AWS Systems Manager. The correct answer is C. AWS Cloud Development Kit AWS CDK. Explanation. CDK lets you define cloud infrastructure in languages like TypeScript, Python, Java, or NET Amazon. Why not option A? AWS CloudFormation uses declarative JSON/YAML, not general-purpose languages. Why not option B? AWS Code Pipeline manages CI/CD workflows, not provisioning. Why not option D? AWS Systems Manager automates operations, not high-level ISC. Question 128. Which Amazon EC2 instance pricing model can provide discounts of up to 90%? Option A. Reserved instances. Option B. On-demand instances. Option C. Dedicated hosts. Option D. Spot instances. The correct answer is D. Spot instances. Explanation. Spot instances bid on unused capacity and can be up to 90% cheaper than on-demand Amazon. Why not option A? Reserved instances up to ~75% discount for long-term use. Why not option B? On-demand instances no discount. Why not option C? Dedicated hosts higher cost for tenancy guarantees. Question 129. Which of the following acts as an instance-level firewall to control inbound and outbound access? Option A. Network Access Control List. Option B. Security Groups. Option C. AWS Trusted Advisor. Option D. Virtual Private Gateways. The correct answer is B. Security Groups. Explanation. Security groups function as stateful, instance-level firewalls for EC2 interfaces Amazon. Why not option A? Network ACL operates at the subnet boundary, not instance-specific. Why not option C? AWS Trusted Advisor offers best practice checks, not firewall rules. Why not option D? Virtual Private Gateway connects VPC to on-premises networks. Question 130. A company must be able to develop, test, and launch an application in the AWS cloud quickly. Which advantage of cloud computing will meet these requirements? Option A. Stop guessing capacity. Option B. Trade fixed expense for variable expense. Option C. Achieve economies of scale. Option D. Increase speed and agility. The correct answer is D. Increase speed and agility. Explanation. Agility refers to rapid provisioning and deployment cycles in the cloud Amazon. Why not option A? Stop guessing capacity describes elasticity, not deployment speed. Why not option B? Trade fixed expense for variable expense, a cost model, not development speed. Why not option C? Achieve economies of scale, cost benefit from scale, not agility. Thanks for joining this practice session. If you like this format, follow the channel and share it with colleagues who might be taking this certification as well. Keep practicing with the next episode in the playlist.